I'm going to do a short video about a camera lucida, using a camera lucida. I purchased a NeoLucida XL recently. I think XL because it has a larger viewfinder. I believe the early devices, which are 19th century onwards, had a tiny little prism for the viewfinder, and I think they were very difficult to use, but this looks really interesting. It's an optical device for drawing. It speeds up accuracy and it projects an image of whatever you want to draw in front of you onto a surface, a flat surface, canvas or paper. I think you look through and it superimposes the image onto the surface. So like I say, I think it was early 19th century it was patented, but beforehand there were camera obscuras, which were far more cumbersome. A camera obscura means dark room. Camera lucida is light room. But a camera obscura, the original from 16th century onwards, were large, well, not large, it was a small lens, but it had to project into a dark area. So if you were doing it indoors, you'd have to have a tented off or a dark corner of a room, so you could project the image you're looking at the other side of the room, projected upside down through the lens onto your surface on the wall. Or if you wanted to go outside, you'd have to set up a tent. And people did go out. I think Cain-O'grady used one, so he had to probably set up a tent in the middle of Mark Square or whatever, or wherever he was on the canal, which would have been very, very difficult. Camera lucida, by the looks of it, can quite portable. I'm a landscape painter among other things, so I go out plein air painting, and I'm going to try taking this out perhaps in another video, and I'm thinking there's no harm if it gives me an accurate representation of what I'm going to paint, and it might knock an hour off me standing out in a field. To me, drawing's a pain in the arse. I believe I'm an oil painter, and anything that gets me to that final goal of a good canvas, an accurate representation, I'm happy to try one of these. There's nothing worse than a bad drawing and trying to improve it whilst painting. It's not what I'm about. I know that Vermeer and Canaletto, as I said, and others use these devices to improve their work, and even they were unsure. I mean, they never boasted about using these devices. No artist ever does, because I think they're using aids to drawing and painting are frowned upon. Everyone expects them to just do it hands-free, effortless. Behind the scenes, these gentlemen use these art devices, and I'm really curious to anything that improves my work, as I say. In the documentary by Hockney, which was, what was it called? I've written it down. David Hockney, Secret Knowledge, Rediscovering the Lost Techniques of the Old Masters. It's on YouTube, actually. It's worth checking out. He actually was the guy who Hockney worked out that at the end of the early 16th century, the artwork was known to be quite naive and basic, and it was charming, it was gorgeous and great masterpieces, but there was this sudden improvement, and it coincided with astronomy, with all these great lens makers, the astronomers using these great lens makers. So amongst knowledgeable gentlemen, there was this device, there were these lenses, and they utilized them. They created these camera obscuras, and the artwork suddenly improved. All these great artists suddenly looked like their drawing skills had improved, and he realized that they were using these devices, and we've used devices ever since. I mean, I've done large artworks where I projected using a modern projector.
Jones,
I have a small image, I project, I draw an outline, then I do my oil painting. And there's no harm in that, because it cuts out. Why draw a grid, and then there's all these old techniques of making it hard for yourself, and this looks really interesting. I mean, give me a week, I might hate the thing, but it looks really interesting from what I've seen. So I'm going to see what I can do with it. Let's see. I'm really quite happy with this little experiment. I've done a quick drawing of the saddle. It only took like a minute or two, and it's really quite accurate. It's difficult in bright sunlight. I discovered that even facing the window indoors, but it comes with a little sun filter, the NeoLucida, that you slip in. But unfortunately, I smashed it probably about half an hour after doing the unboxing, which is not surprising for me. But it's still usable, and it's still great outside. And I've realised with this, when I was trying to project an image of the horse Dali in our garden, there's actually, putting it on black board seems to make it stand out really well. So I'm going to bear that in mind in the future. I might bring some black gesso board when I take it out for an experimental painting trip. I'm going to do another video of that and show you my results.